Welcome to Open Mind Industries Podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 48 of The Mind Unleashed. As we would do, give a few shout out to our supporters. The first one is Lyft, the ride sharing app. Use our code TMUP for $20 off when you book your first couple rides with Lyft. If you're not in the Orlando area, definitely punch that code in and we'll give you a discount and make it apply wherever you may be. I'm not sure the exact pricing. I do apologize for not knowing that, but type that code in and Lyft will definitely help you out. Love using Lyft. It's been amazing to get to point A to point B when you need a ride to go somewhere, and it helps. So you don't have to train it too much. Also, please check out CAS. CAS stands for Cinematic Aerial Services. What it is a professional drone shooting service for anybody trying to do a short film and trying to get their home on the market, trying to do a commercial, trying to get your business out there. Use our code OMI and Daniel will give you $179 per property. So when you're doing a drone shoot, it's $179 per property. So if you're trying to do a home, trying to get it on the market, trying to show your clients what your home is about, they have a better understanding and they'll probably purchase it from you. Who knows? Daniel is really good, really talented at what he does. Otherwise, I wouldn't be recommending him. Also, please check out Weiss Productions. Weiss Productions is a wedding photography company in DeLand, Florida here. Weiss has been amazing to us, and he's giving you guys 20% off when you book your next package with him. He's getting pretty booked up, so definitely check him out. Check him out at weissproductions.com. Links will be down below in the description. Also, want to give a shout out to our attorney, Straven Law. Straven Law hooked us up with our trademark and branding. Found him on Thumbtack. It took a little while to get our trademark and stuff done. Due to my inexperience, I wasn't really know about it. You can do all the web searching and researching you can through all the search engines. Finding an attorney that's going to take care of you is the hardest part. When I went to Thumbtack, I was typing in attorneys. I found like 4 or 5, and this gentleman, Jeffrey Strauman, hooked us up, really took care of us, really told us how it all functions, how it works, what are the processing, stuff like that. He also does flat rate, and it's what he says he does, and it's amazing. He does not overcharge or undercharge. He's right on the money when it comes to you taking care of your business. Phenomenal attorney. If you're trying to get your brand off the ground, you're trying to look for an honest attorney that's going to take care of you and make sure you take all taken care of, check him out. I can't recommend him enough. He really took care of us. And I'm able to call him whenever I need to get some stuff done. He believes in our cause and business and stuff like that. And I really am grateful for him for all I said. Can't recommend him enough, guys. If you're trying to get your brand off the ground and looking for an honest attorney, check him out at StraumanLaw.com. Also, please check out Angie Connors. Is a local real estate agent. She hooked us up with our home. We're going to be in there probably another month. It's been a long roller coaster ride. With that, just almost done. But I want to recommend her. She's been amazing. She's honest to goodness real estate agent. Works for Walters Real Estate. Definitely check her out. Links will be down below in the description and the podcast and on our YouTube page and everywhere else you probably can find us. Episode 48. It's going to be a pretty techie one. Pretty down to earth on a rabbit hole that I went down this week. If I look tired, it's just paperwork from the house and then emails, trying to get assistance or help from 3D printing companies. Now, I've been really interested, and you guys know from the last episode, I wanted to touch on that just a little bit. Excuse me. Let me get a sip of coffee. French vanilla. I talked about SLA printing, and I hit up Formlabs about a week ago, and the meeting went as expected. And I actually got one dislike on that, on my audio version of the podcast. And I spoke about the company in general, what they were able to do, and I knew, they weren't going to hand anything up for free. Obviously, companies don't do that, and this is going to be about that. The road that we've been going down as entrepreneurs, as people trying to build businesses, trying to get branding, distributing, stuff like that. I'm going to talk about that in detail in this podcast. So, somebody was like, I guess somebody didn't like, that, but most people I wrote, did a video, and I was like, hey, not saying not to go to this printer company, but at the same time, know what you're walking yourself into, do a lot of research, which I did. I did about over, I want to say 2.5 weeks of extensive research before I hit this company up, but I was very curious about their flexible resin, which I still am. Price-wise, price cost, it's not feasible to have a small business like I do, and not have that printer working for you to make you income. So if you're not running a makerspace or you're not, running a lab, it's going to use it consistently, it's not for you. It's definitely, resin printing is very crazy. I'm still looking into it, so we're going to talk about that. But somebody apparently didn't like that episode, and that's the thing. I can look at it. I said I was doing the podcast with Moby, trying to get his shit off the ground. He's on his second season of Undone Love Stories. So if you guys haven't seen that, just click on that. He's getting plenty of likes and reviews on that. So thanks for those who've listened to the last podcast and put that through. But I was doing our editing, and I had to literally go through, and we got flagged for copyright infringement because Moby gave me a clip to use for the video, because the video version of the podcast, I had to put a little something in at the end. I just put the audio in the net because he was recording on his phone, and it was really weird. We just had horrible internet connection on his end and my end, and it's kind of hard to do video and audio when you're running all that, megabytes per second and stuff like that. You're not at 3G or Wi-Fi 2.4 hertz, 5 hertz, and I got flagged by YouTube, and it's not rare. Their algorithm picked up everything. I've been flagged quite a bit for. I didn't say something for like 2 seconds, and it was like, you got this song. I'm like, I was out in the background of this place that was playing it. I had to take a breath, and it was like, you've been flagged. You're not in trouble, but we recommend you take it out, or they're not going to run ads to your videos. And I'm like, they're more than welcome. Nobody even watches these, so which is true. Really, nobody even watches the video version. I have no idea why. The audio version is what's taking off. That's amazing, and I thank you guys for listening. So I literally had to go into the YouTube creator, and then I was looking through our stuff and analytics and moving stuff around, because I'm changing the page a little bit, because I want to put more how-to guides. I want to put more R&D work. I want to put more stuff. It's like building that channel properly to be our channel. I want to do the gaming section because I really love gaming. I like talking about it. I like how it helps people with mental issues, get you out of your stress zone. It helps this and that and the other thing. Open mind is bigger than what sorry, I thought it could be. It's growing little by little. It's growing a brand, it's growing its thing. And so I had to take that out, edit it. It actually muted the audio. Moby walks in and mutes the thing, but it actually looks better muted, because it's like, what the hell? And then one guy on the end of Moby's video is like, what the hell's going on in there? And you really can't tell, so it puts his audio back in. I thought that was a really cool cut that it did for YouTube. Anyway, I saw that we had a 1 dislike for this episode. Nobody watched. I think somebody watched the video version of the SLA printing thing, and just I think either Form or somebody might have taken a look at it. As a motherfucker, But at the same time, OpenMind is an R&D research company. I R&D research because I'm getting stopped by a lot of friends, people, makers, stuff like that are like, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? I know a lot of makerspaces, and a lot of them don't have time to look up this shit. A lot of them want to get 3D printers. A lot of them want to get 3D filaments. A lot of them want to try resin. A lot of them want to. So I get asked a lot of questions. That's why I hit up a lot of companies on purpose and go, hey, do you mind if I ask about this? Do you offer any discounts, services? Do you offer any assistance? And a lot, 90 times out of 10, no. Like I said, in this past year alone, I have over 70 declines from emails. Like, hey, can I get a product? Hey, can I try this out for a little bit to see if it works for us? I'm willing to buy it. Yada 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 yada. No. And it's the week where I literally fell down this fucking rabbit hole, because I saw the Creality DLP printer, which uses an LCD. It's an LCD printer, which uses an LCD screen on the bottom, and then it shoots the thing and exposes it, and then makes the print. Head of Creality immediately took a little bit to get a hold of them. I have 2 CR10 minis, which I love. Creality is really in the league of their own. They're not. They like XYZ? No, not by any means. They're actually doing fucking research, which is great. They're doing the research and they're staying on task. That's what I'm loving about Creality. Staying on task. They know what they are. They know what they want to do. They're not going out and branching out into fucking 12 other things. Without, and it's like, oh, put a printer up, but we won't fix the issues with the printer. We won't fix the issues. And that was XYZ's problem, and I'm not going to go in full detail on it. You already know my XYZ feelings. But Creality hit them up. They got back to me. And unfortunately, I hit up the marketing person. They said, hey, yeah, you're welcome to ask us this, but I'm always used to hearing no. And it wasn't anything new. So I was told no again, but unfortunately I hit it back again. I said, hey, I emailed the person you told me to, explained our situation, explained what we are. Is there a chance to maybe get a review printer, a trial printer, to really see if it works for us? Because I'm going to give all those notes to friends and stuff like that. And I've like friends and people that I know that are like, I will have they have the money, so they're not hurting, So they'll easily bust out a credit card and go, "It's working for you? Cool. I'll buy 3 of them." You know. I have a friend right now. He was asking about the Form Lab, and I'm like, or the Form One, and Form Labs printer, the Form One, and he was like, "What do you think about the Form One or the Form 2?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's cool. Here's the problems." I gave him the ins and outs. I was like, "Dude, it's probably one of the best fucking, if you're running the big huge makerspace, buy it. Here's the problem. I mean, here's the problem. The fucking resins are what cost you. You already know that. He already knew that, and I have another friend looking at the form now, and he's just like, I really want to buy it. I really want. He's got enough money to buy it. He can buy 2 if he wants, and he can sustain himself for a while. His problem is he wants to go bigger and bigger with printers, and he's like, I want to go bigger resin, and not knocking form at all. Form really did help us out, with discussing everything. The meeting went quick, simple as I knew it would. They did offer, like I said, to have us send over our prototype models and then evaluate them and say, hey, this is what it would cost in our resin. We can evaluate that. And I said, is there any way we can, like I said, I'm going to speak about it again. Is there any way we can get a trial printer and then pay for the resin and pay for the extra shit that we need? I'll even pay for shipping, so all you're doing is sending me your printer, but I have to maintain it, clean it, and then send it back to you, within a week or 2. So I only get to use it for a couple of days, for like a week to a month, and it's going back. You're not losing your product. I'm going to take well good care of it. And they said, no, we don't offer that at all. We don't allow a company to do that. So, but, I said, hey, it never hurts to ask, which I said, it never hurts to ask. Which it doesn't, because like I said, I went to some makerspaces and I found out, holy shit, people were willing to help. People were, why didn't you call us? Why didn't you ask anything? So I've learned to ask. Never hurts to ask. So this, I went down that rabbit hole, the SLA printing, and checked out Joe Telling, 3D Printing Nerd. I checked out Maker's News. I checked out Uncle Printing Dude. Fucking all these SLA people. And the problem is, I went down that rabbit hole, and I should have known better as a R&D company, as a person of myself, knowing that no one helps you with fucking anything, unless, you have the numbers. And I said, you know what, let me hit up all these companies and see what everything. Hit up Persa, I hit up a few other things, went on my Twitter and I checked a few things out and I listened to what everybody else was saying. I said, what the fuck, why not hit up everybody and see what they say. At the end of the day, Creality gave me a $5 off, or $5 off, or $20 off. Matter Hackers finally got a hold of me. I did their sponsorship application. Unfortunately, we didn't meet the criteria because we don't have the numbers. We don't have the 65,000 viewers per day or whatever the hell it may need to be, or you don't have the 12K. It's all a numbers game, guys. It's all a numbers game. So I'm gonna go into this thing, and everybody there was great. Everybody wrote me back, and everybody was very fluid, and just, hey, we're sorry, unfortunately, you're just not for us, and I understand that. We're a small ass nothing, At the same time, I can get, in my mind, not even in my mind, I have people that are far fucking intrigued by what I'm saying, because I can literally go, hey, try this printer, and I have 2 friends that have already bought the fucking printers that I use, and they're like, should I buy them? And they went out, bought them like that. I was like, damn, I didn't know I had that kind of thing. They're like, no, you played with it. We trust your fucking opinion. Especially in the disabled community. I've talked to a lot of people, disabled maker spaces, a few here in Florida that are just getting off the ground. They've got some pretty big fucking funds, grant-wise. And they're looking for any assistance, help. And, they talked to me, and one of my friends got me introduced with them a while ago, and I'm probably going to be working with them for a little bit, help them out with something, where I can. They're looking into maybe some resin printing, FDM printing, SLS, and they're looking to go fucking hardcore. But I went down that rabbit hole going, okay, well, these guys are all saying they're getting product from this person and this person and this person. What's it hurt to ask? Well, I went down that rabbit hole, as I shouldn't have, because damn well the companies are getting hit up left and right for, hey, I want to review your printer. Hey, I want to get a free one. Hey, I want to get a free one. Hey, nobody asks like, hey, how can I buy this? Everybody asks for something for nothing. If you give me a review, I'll I'll really do it. I fell down that rabbit hole. I went down there. I shouldn't have done that, and it didn't turn out well as I expected. So it was just like, man, why? I felt bummed. I felt burned out a little bit this week because it was like, hey, yeah, no, I emailed Persa. Persa got back to me and said, "Hey, not at the moment. They're just still getting their SLI printer off the ground." But they said, "Oh, keep me in thoughts if you need it." Another printer company, I hit them up. They said, "Yeah, right now we're not really ready, but thank you for hitting us up. We'll definitely keep in touch." Which we all know. Probably, I'm like one of the trillion. Matter Hackers, like I said, I still want to work with them later down the road, but my numbers aren't where they need to be, and that's the sad part. Is like I really want to work with this fucking company any way I can, but the problem is it's like how much do companies get back in their investment? My thing is, and I keep telling these people this, all the YouTubers you see, really need to you need to take it with a grain of salt. They're built their brands, they've done this, they've done that to get to their brand. So when you go online and you see, oh my god, this person is really doing well, I need to buy a Yeti, I need to buy an HD webcam, I need to buy all this shit. No, you're not going to make a cent back for probably the next 4 years, unless you're doing, and in my mind, we have plateaued. We have really plateaued because YouTube has changed their business model. Kickstarter has changed their business model. GoFundMe has changed its business model. What else has changed? Patreon is another fucking one where it's just like, okay, and then we have the Amazon affiliate links, we have this and we have that. And I really feel bad for us makers that are out there. We fall down this rabbit hole of going, oh my god, this person's doing really well. Maybe I can become an entrepreneur. Maybe I can start selling jewelry. Maybe I can start running an SD store. Maybe I can start running this. You kind of need to stop and think about it and go, okay, well, do I really have something? Can I be told no consistently? Like I said, and that's the thing I'm going to touch on today, because I've been told more no's than yeses. And I've been told whys. And I've written out so many fucking synopsises of what we are, who we are, what we're doing. And my thing of it is free advertising. It's like, I got to give you back your product anyway. I'm not going to keep it. I can't keep it unless you say I can. Only 2 companies have given me product to try, and they've taken the notes. And I was very constructive, and one guy wrote me back and said, I need you to be as constructive as fucking possible. And I was like, wow, break it? He's like, break it. Break it. And I broke it within 2 days. On purpose. Not on purpose, but I really broke the product thing that I needed to break in. Sent them a lot of notes, detailed video, stuff like that. And the company was very, very sweet to me, and I was like, cool, man. And they're like, hey, like, work with us, talk with us. Ninja Flex is another one that I adore them to death, but I've already paid them back tenfolds. I've already bought like 7 rolls of filament from them, so they've got their money back. They got their money back from me. So it's when they gave me some product, I gave the money right back, because their product, it actually fucking functions as it should, works as it should, and I'm finding out more things with it to use with it. I can't recommend them enough. Vendors Drives, Arius and everybody over that team have really, they gave me the chance, and I ran with it. I was like, let me try this, and I'm still working with the material. Now the thing I'm stopping, like I said, it's like when you run down these roads and you're sitting there going, I want to do this, this, and this, and you see all these YouTubers making it. It kind of puts you in that position, like, hey man, I don't really like the job that I'm in. I don't like what I'm doing. Let me see if I can make a channel. Maybe see if I can start a Patreon. To get paid. The sad part is, it's hard. You think, all right, well, I can start a channel and make 6 views, 7 views a day, even 30 views. You climb and you climb and you climb, and you kind of become this person on Instagram too. Holy shit, I'm not getting enough views, I'm not getting enough likes. You work harder, you stress yourself out, and you're like, you forget why you started it anyway. And the thing is, money is the biggest thing why everybody starts these channels and wants to do it. Our goal is still our goal. It's R&D research. It's R&D development. It's not to become a multi-million-dollar thing. I mean, I never want to stop doing what I'm doing. If money came my way, still like millions of dollars, I'd still be working on this shit because I believe in what I'm doing. I'm trying to think of the right word that I had this morning in my head, and I was like, most people want to just become millionaires, and that's it. They don't want to keep developing. That's not my goal. My goal is to keep fixing. It's not to be not to be a YouTuber. It's not to be a blogger. Yes, I do a podcast, but at the same time, I do the podcast for fun to clear my brain and talk about topics and things that I want to talk about because it's the road I'm going down. It's kind of like my documentary into this fucking journey of running a business by myself. When my business partner's not around, my friends helping me start, doing the logos and me doing the fucking research because my other friends are doing their maker spaces. One's working on fucking Disney, he's working in Disney's Star Wars land, I'm like, holy fuck, congratulations for you. Talking to all these people that are like makers themselves, do armor and shit, their side projects, and they're like, hey man, like, since you've done the research, like, what did you find? Like, where should I be looking? And it's nice to have friends that are doing it. Like, dude, you've been doing the research. Like, anything coming from it? Like, what have you found? What printer should I get? What filament have you tried? What's the best setting? Because I don't have time to fucking find this out. Why aren't you doing a Patreon? Why aren't you doing this? Man, like, it comes down to that entrepreneurship. I went down that road of going, well, this person's doing well. Let me try this. Have we burned out ourselves out on these pages thinking we're celebrities? Yeah. YouTube, our Twitters, our Instagrams, our this or that, our website, follow us on this, like this. And I'm like, I'm not even down that fucking road. My goal is to, like, get assistance for products and shit, like, it's been a very hard process to even get a fucking, I thanked Matter Hackers the other day. I mean, thanks to them, like, even give me the time of day. Moai, Monopoly, I forget probably pronouncing it fucking way wrong, which I probably am. The Moai people that make Moai, they hit me up today and this morning. I said, hey, unfortunately, like, you have to hit up Matter Hackers. They might be able to help you out. We're just a distributor. We don't, Matter Hackers is what we send our product to, and then they can help you. I said, yeah, I hooked up with them, and they were very kind and very polite. Unfortunately, after a lot of talking, and we just didn't hit the criteria, they offered me like a 5% off. So they usually don't do that, but for us, they're like, hey, good luck. This will be here for you if you need to use this code to help you on shipping or whatever. So if you're looking to get one, we'll help you out. So I'm very grateful for them. I'm very grateful for Creality to do this. They didn't have to. But the thing that pisses me off as a person that does this shit is a lot of companies are just, they don't see the potential in their marketing. They don't, like, they'd rather spend $6,000 to $12,000 instead of saying, let's see, I can lose product for a little bit, and I can spend $12 on shipping and send it to somebody to fucking review this, and they're gonna market it to all their friends, and boom, I now have $300 worth of sales for a $12 loss, And I'm just like, why doesn't companies just do that? Even offering a fucking, like, trial programs, like, not even that, but, like, you have to, like, rent it out, and if companies rented their fucking printers and their products and you had to sign all this contract shit, wow, like, how much money they would be fucking making. I mean, the Carbon One, that you have to lease it. You don't even own it. You lease it. A $60,000 printer. It's the fastest printer right now in the fucking world for a consumer market for manufacturing. $60,000, and the resin is like $500 to $600. Just to use the resin. It uses a DLP projector and all that shit. One of the fastest. If you want to check that fucking printer out, it's Carbon One. But my thing is, it's like I've gone down the road. We've all gone down this road of, like, this person is doing well. I want to do well. I want to sit home, play video games all day, and make a follow. Get out of my own brain, but not have to deal with the public, but still deal with the public, but getting paid to do what I love. At the same time, it's work, and most people are like, oh my god, I want this, and you don't realize it takes 2 to 4 years to finally get this, your following, your subscribers. You lose the subscribers, then you lose the sponsorships and the partnerships and the affiliate links, and you're just like, man, how do I fit into this fucking goal? And it's companies are just like, man, they stop fucking emailing me. It's a funny thing because I fell down that, like I said, I went down the rabbit hole. I sent out, I want to say, like 12 emails to all these big companies, and I was like, hey man, I'm looking to do this. I know we're not big. I explained, I'm like, we're not big, but this is where our goal is. Can we try your product? I'm willing to, pay a little bit for it right now. I'm trying to get the credit card. I applied for another card, a little more credits to buy these printers, but I'm still like, oh my god, like, is it worth the effort to do this? Is it going to help us? And the thing I don't know. I'm taking the biggest fucking risk here for other people and myself, and it's just like, At the same time, it's you want to become something, you want to build something, it costs money to do something, and then you're sitting in debt. Like I said, getting the Formlab or another printer, and then like sitting on a, $3,500 printer, and then like another thousand just on resins and shit, and you're just sitting there and just making little prints with it, isn't feasibly possible. If you're not using it on a makerspace or like that, don't fucking do it, because you're just wasting so much cash. You're wasting, and we did speak about that with Form. My Form goes, you're just gonna be sitting on this for a while. That's a lot of fucking cash to be just sitting on. It's like a nest egg just sitting on it. You're not really using it that much. Which I probably would use my resin printer for more of my friends. I'd probably put that on the site and use it more and charge a little bit extra, because the 3D side of ours is working out a little bit better, and people are starting to talk with us, and like little makers are like, hey, can you do this? Can you work on this? And I'm like, yeah, I could probably do that. It's just you, yourself, and everybody, and myself. We need to stop going down that rabbit hole of going, man, I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, I want to be this. Find what you're good at, do it. Have fun doing it. If you make some money from it, you make some money from it. But be careful not to go into the debt of it. That's where a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that, they go into the debt, they buy all this equipment that they don't need, and they sit there and go, I went down this road, and they get angry, and they get bitter, and then they get depressed, and it's like, I thought I knew it. You don't really know it until you kind of build your brand, your gear. You gotta remember, there's 40,000 trillion fucking channels that are doing the same thing you're probably doing. If not for a higher budget, they got studio lamps. I'm not even using a fucking studio lamp. I'm using a Philips Hue LED bulb above me in my closet, to do these podcasts. And I love them do it. This is where I get my work done. Got my Robo next to me, my used MacBook Pro, my computer that's used.
Here are a few popular ones.
Computer, stop. Computer, stop.
I'm not sure which one you'd like. I've added details for those businesses to your Alexa app.
And that's why you don't name your Alexa computer. But I'm a Star Trek fan. But you got to realize that as a person, it's like, don't fall down the rabbit hole of, I need this to do this, to do this, to do this. The podcast, the YouTube page, the fun stuff. Start it out slowly, build it up as you can, and then see where she goes. Don't throw all your eggs in one basket. Open mind is not in one basket at all. It's in 40 different fucking directions that I'm still trying to grasp. I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing this, I'm working on this project. I got this project in a folder that I want to work on. I want to work on more. Trying to find material for that project. How are we going to build this project? At the same time, don't feel bad when you get denied. It's like me. It's like I fell down that rabbit hole and was like, my god, this YouTuber's doing great. He's getting all these printers and shit. Yeah, that's on the YouTuber too, because the YouTuber's not explaining a lot that he's, hey, I might have got this for you. He's not explaining how much debt he's in either. So just because it looks good on the outside, probably on the inside it's not looking. The channel's probably struggling. He's probably in fucking debt to his eyeballs. He or she, everything looks good in video format. Be aware of that. Start your channels. Do your podcast. Not even hard. I'm doing it on a fucking webcam and stuff like that, with a fucking Audio Technica, with a little boom that I bought from Amazon for a few bucks, $18, with a little shitty windscreen here. Got a fan blowing up. Got a fucking microphone on my shirt to do for the MacBook, and I'm doing this. So don't be afraid to do it, but at the same time, get ready for the rejections, get ready for the dislikes, get ready to be just... Stay humble. Stay humble while you started your job, why you do what you do. Keep working at it. And that's the thing that I got this week. I was like, my Mike Pernisco wrote me back on Instagram, and he goes, haha, that was me that gave you the thumb down, because I'm trying to keep you humble. Mike said, never, I said, alright. So I wrote something to him, and it was from a quote from, never compromise to be who you are. And that's true. Always be humble, for what you're given, what you got. Never complain, because it could be worse. You could be nowhere. But I'm having a fucking ball, man. Like, I hope by this year, crutches are finally done. I still got to print a lot of shit for the crutches that I'm still in ZBrush sculpting. I'm I want to get more on the Wacom. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on YouTube. I want to get more time lapses up. I'm just on an eBay hunt right now, actually, for 2 more GoPros. I ended up looking at the sessions, and I'm still fighting for those cameras. Get them for a pretty decent deal. Let's hope. Cross your fingers. The one's happening about. I'll know if I win that one around like 5 o'clock our time. We'll see. But just because you see this and that on a channel, take it with a grain of salt. If you want to start something, start it. But it's hard to become something you're not, and to be something you're not. And a lot of these channels, like I see a lot of these guys, I see how their channels have changed in a while. The minute they get affiliate links or they get sponsored, they're like, oh, and this is done by da-da-da-da-da-da, because they need all that money they can get. You don't realize how much their channels fucking cost to run. Moby has filled me in a lot of that, because he used to be he's still a part of a huge couple companies that he's affiliated with, and he goes, man, it's fucking expensive to get these cameras and these gears. I'm not as big as I am, but he goes, man, the gear is what's the most expensive. I don't know how you do what you do for what you have. I said, man, I worked on little fucking ass computers to do what I needed to be doing. And I got a friend that wants to do a music studio in her house. And I said, you can get a Zoom H4n. You can get a 360 Zoom for like $400. That'll take care of all the audio if you want to do a podcast. Get a couple XLR mics. You're good to go. You don't need headsets. You don't need all this shit. I said, get ready to invest, a few bucks, but nothing too major. Don't kill yourself. Do what you feel right to do. But like I said, I went down that rabbit hole this week, and finishing off the housing paperwork and stuff like that. That's already done. And then getting all the emails of like, hey, no, we're not really interested because you don't either have the following people, you don't have enough followers, or you don't have enough this. Which I already knew. I was like, man, we don't have enough followers to even make their money back. But I really wish more companies would sit down and go, okay, we'll give you a shot. We'll send you a little something, try it, review it for us. Not even review it for us. Try it, use it how you see fit, and then send us all the results back, and we'll see how she goes, In the end, they waste no money. They could even charge you for shipping, That way, guess what? They make money still, so you're fucked either way. Look at all the stuff I come up with. I don't know what companies do that. Charge you for shipping. They can even charge you for $100 for shipping. So you have to ship it there and ship it back. So they're already making $200 off your ass. Haha. There you go, companies. It's true, though. Companies could literally do that to you. Go, hey, you're welcome to use our product, but guess what? You asshole. You're going to pay for the shipping, and then you're going to pay for the shacks, and you're going to pay for shipping us back. So we're going to make so much money off your ass without even doing anything. So, and we're getting a free review out of your ass. So, there you go, companies. That's how you should do your businesses, because you guys make a shit ton of money doing it that way. But honestly, guys, be true to yourselves. Don't run down that rabbit hole of like, this person's getting this, why can't I have it? I have friends, that are like, oh my god, I want to try this and this and this, and they're too scared to go down the rabbit hole, because, and then, you ask and you shall not receive. It's like, oh, why am I not getting these views? Why am I not getting this person? It takes time. It takes the branding. It takes this and that. I hated that I went down that rabbit hole. I was like, man, these guys seem to be doing well. Let me see if I can ask for equipment or help or assistance in any matter, shape, or form. And again, I was a little bit bitter again. I'm not bitter with what the emails I got, and I'm very grateful for that people gotten back to me. I hate that, when sometimes when you're like, hey, this is what we do, and then you get that new email response, it's like, oh, so this is what you're like. Even I can easily take a fuck you email any day of the week. A fuck you, don't talk to us email. I'll take that over anything. It's like, hey, no, thanks, but thanks for asking. It's like 10-4, you're trying to make your fucking money, and your stockholders and your shareholders and investors. Okay, I got it, understood. Can you stop giving other people product and telling them that they got it for free, because it's really pissing me off. It's really pissing me in general off, because I'm not trying to, lose you guys money. I'm trying to gain you guys money and gain myself something from your shit. So, but it's down that rabbit hole again of just be happy with yourself, be happy with what you got, and create, build. Don't give up. Don't be scared to hit that uncomfort zone. Put a budget out there for your project and say, okay, this is what we can do. Let's do it for blah. Get some friends together, build your product, build your brand. If you want to do a YouTube comedy sketch, thing, which my one friend does. Runs a couple of them. He's got quite a few $1,000, couple $100,000, and they go out to YouTube sketches, and it's really, really funny. But he's a comedian anyway, and he's been in a couple of short films, and he's loving it. I mean, loving it. And he's like, man, actually, you guys might know him. It's Orlando was a movie. Check that out. Ross Paget. He's the guy I'm talking about. And he was on our local news channel, and they said to him, man, did you has it gotten any better since you got all these fucking views and you're on Facebook and you're on this and that? He goes, no. He goes, man, I don't get nothing handed to me for free, and that's the thing that sucks. He's like, I don't see any bigger paycheck coming my way, And I think it's the road I went down because I saw all these, I look at Joe Telling and I look at 3D printing, Joe Telling runs 3D Printing Nerd, and I look at Maker's Muse, Angus, and a few of those guys, and I'm like, man, these guys seem to be doing well. Barnacles and a few other guys. I'm like, these guys seem to be doing really well, and they are, they're buying product and they're going to get Patreons. Let's kind of go down that road, but I keep forgetting to be true to myself and who we are. But that's the one thing I'm always going to keep pushing is be true to yourself. And people ask me why I'm speak the way I do in the podcast, because later down the road, I don't want any company that we get involved with to blindside me with, hey, we didn't know you cursed a lot, or we didn't know you talked about this in this way, this fashion. We don't know you talk about products or ideas like this. We don't want to affiliate with you. I want every company to log into our site, log into who we are as a company, as a business, and go, we're okay with that. We're okay that he's pretty honest about this, or this, how a company does work, how it runs, how he feels customers should be treated. I don't like a sugarcoating company. I really don't like that sugarcoat company. I think we plateaued there too, because a lot of companies are like, it goes to so-and-so from the R&D department got a hold of this channel and that channel, and they helped us out getting a printer and exchange my review. I've done this, and then you see the channel kind of switch because we're like, I have to not be honest about it because now I've got a free product. Like I said, the two products that I have received, I was able to be very blunt about it, very open about it with the company, and they were chill. They were, I was a little bit uptight with it, but I was like, man, this fucking product sucks. It needs this. And they went out and they fixed it. They're like, you just told us more things than our fucking R&D team has told us. They like, no, it works. But you and a few others that we sent out the product to try. Granted, I had to pay for, I think shipping to get it. So I didn't get the product free. Like I said, I paid for shipping to get it to me. They said, hey, if you're willing to pay shipping, we'll send you out a free unit to use. And, it didn't hurt the company at all. So they made money off my tush, so either way, I just got to review the product and then give them R&D with it. But, yeah, it's that. It's like you forget what got you there, what put you there, and then you're like, I want to be somebody, and, I never want to be that person that's sitting here on a podcast going, or even my fucking videos going, well, he's big now, he forgot who he was. No. Even if I was fucking Zuckerberg making all that billions of fucking dollars, I probably would still be doing a fucking podcast and talking openly about business and how it should run. And, poor Elon Musk too. I want to talk about that. Fucking Elon, getting kicked out of Tesla, I was like, holy shit. And I kind of had a feeling because he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I listened to all of that. I thought it was a fucking great podcast with Joe Rogan, which actually this podcast is actually, if you look underneath our thing, it's the most people listen to also Joe Rogan. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I said it to my brother, and he goes, really? People listen to Joe Rogan after they listen to you? I said, I guess, but they listen to Joe Rogan, they listen to me too. I find it intriguing, or it's an algorithm that iTunes has popped up and goes, ta-da. I feel bad that even when he's working, but he's got so many ideas too, that it's kind of like, I wrote to my buddy who's a big, technology person, and he goes, uh-oh, on Facebook, and I went, well, the problem with Elon is his mind doesn't shut up like my mind doesn't shut up. His mind's going in 40 different directions. His job is to make as much money, budget, time goal, as possible for his companies. If it's boring, the company is called Boring, it's going to be boring holes in the ground. He was talking about that with Joe Rogan. SpaceX, which I'm a huge fucking fan of. Tesla, doing what Tesla does. He has to step down as chairman, and then he's able to be CEO. So he's not totally gone with Tesla, but he can't make large decisions without decision, because he wanted to bring the company private, which the reason why companies go private is because they don't want to deal with shareholders. They don't want to deal with the monotony of going, hey, can we do this way? No, we can't test it this way. Fuck, we have to get permission from our shareholders to do blah, So going with private, you're not dealing with a lot of legal red tape, restrictions, from your government's restrictions. So you're able to do more research to get to your final product than you are with having shareholders, because the shareholders want to see profit. And first and foremost, it's the same thing as your YouTube followers, and this is why when you sign up for sponsorships and shit like that, they want to see numbers. If you're not making them 300 million to 400 million a day, and I'm saying 100 million, in followers, profits, clicks, they're not making enough for their investors, and it's that's why they're not going to hit it with you. You're just a small nobody that that they don't look at it that way. They don't look at it like, hey, Joe Schmo maybe has 60% followers here, but he's getting this market we didn't even touch. He's driving it this way, so he's giving us a little bit percentage, and they're wiggling out into this percentage. And I feel bad because Elon is doing what he's doing. He's trying to do what he does. He's got too many things on his fucking plate. As I wrote to my buddy, I was like, man, Elon's got too much shit going on in his wheelhouse. He's got this boring company going on. He's got SpaceX. He's got Tesla, and Tesla's doing its own thing. And he said on Joe Rogan a couple times, he's like, man, it's how long is it going to take? He said, well, it's almost there, but it's still going to take another 5 years, 5 to 6 years. Technology is not there yet. People aren't willing to wait. And he's just like, it takes time. And he just, even he doesn't know where the fuck it's going. He's like, it takes time. I keep telling people it takes time. I feel like I'm in the same boat with Tesla. Elon. It's just like, man, it takes fucking time because none of this shit exists. R&D takes a long fucking time, But it's a road. It's a fucking process, and I mean, I'm just like, man, I can't believe I fell down that rabbit hole this week of they're doing well. Let's see if I can, hop into that boat. I wasn't even in that boat again. I was like, let me just hit up companies, see where we can get anything, like any help, any assistance. And I looked, like I said, looking up for grants. But we do qualify for a lot of grants. I just need to start looking into it. I don't even know where to look. Start looking. I don't have anybody on file to even start looking or helping. Even our attorney who does our trademark law, he said you need to start looking for grants. And this is when we first started, doing the trademark. And he goes, I looked through your shit. And he goes, I mean that what you're doing, you would qualify for a lot of grants that would help you kind of move forward. And maybe get some more employees, maybe get, help you guys out with a little more research. That way you guys can have the equipment you need if you want to do some more research there. So, I don't know. It's a long fucking road, but I'm having fun doing the podcast every week and talking to you guys and just being honest of my journey, our journey in general. But I don't want anybody to go down that road because I know a lot of my friends want to start their own YouTube channel, but they're too scared to. They don't want to sit there because they want to make money too at the same time, and they love their job. But they're like, I want to just sit home and start a business and just do this. It's funny because my buddy Daniel was like, he's like, what the fucking one thing is, everybody wants to become an entrepreneur, and there's so many entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur, asking for 300 to 400 million. And yet the company goes fucking nowhere. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much your Kickstarters, your GoFundMe, stuff like that. I was like, we started that with a small goal to start making prototyping and stuff like that. And, it's the money went to where it needs to go to, and it's moving slowly, but surely we're creeping. Why is not a lot of stuff going on? Because I'm working a day job, and it's me by myself, sitting over sketches and start sketching and designing. Trust me, if I could afford staff to be like, hey, this is what I want to start doing, can you model it this way? It would be good. John's working a full-time job too, to pay off his, college loans, loans that he's a structural engineer, so I get to bounce stuff off of him. He's busy, and it's like, hey, he goes, oh man, he goes, I haven't even, this is like a month ago, he's like, I haven't even seen my own fucking computer in months, because I'm sorry, he's like, I owe you the fucking world right now. But, yeah, the 3D crutch is a fucking thing I'm working on. There's a few things more with NinjaFlex I'm going to be trying, but I really wanted to try this SLA printer thingy, and we'll see where she goes. I mean, maybe. I'm still waiting on clearance from the credit card company, Chase, and see what they say. I'm probably going to sit down with them sometime. I'm probably going to order a meeting with them and see if we can help me out with some shit, because I would like to drop some of my APR down a little bit and see what happens with that. But, yeah, I mean, makers, keep making, keep loving yourselves, and you guys can go far. Definitely don't go down the fucking rabbit holes. If you see someone, a YouTuber, doing well, don't sit there and go, oh my god, they're doing well, let me see if I can ask. But the problem is, all these companies now, we plateaued with the Kickstarter, we plateaued with the fucking The GoFundMe's, go fund us, go fund us, go fund us. People are like, well, what are you doing? What am I funding? You know, come to find out from the GoFundMe's, you know, the CEO said the more GoFundMe's we have are for medical bills. They have 90% applied for medical bills or funerals over anything. I was like, wow, that's shocking. But to get capital through your friends and stuff like that, you know, I mean, yeah, we got capital, not much. We got a few bucks, a few $100. But you know, we went somewhere. My two people that donated have said one thing to me, and a few people said, if you stop doing what you're doing, you know, we'll be pissed because our money went somewhere. It's helping you do what you do. You know, it helped you start a podcast. It helped you 3D printing. You are helping people slowly but surely. You're building a brand. You're doing fun things. And actually, I have another couple projects coming up. A friend of ours who donated said, hey, I got a project for you. I don't know if you can do it, but she has a kitchen thing. She was like, can you, I'm not a very good designer, but can you maybe look at it and see if we can come up with something? I said, yeah, why not? I won't fucking charge you because you fucking helped out with the company. Yeah. So I'm like, I got a couple filament ideas that might work for that. That might actually work in the long run. So, her idea is quite weird. So I got it on my phone and she hit me up. And Judith, thank you so much for hitting me up with that. I still need to see what your design is to see if I can actually go into CAD modeling and see if I can come up with something. I think it would be unique and interesting. For especially for the kitchen, something easy for you. But yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep making, keep modeling, start your channels, start your podcasting. What's the worst that can happen? You'll be in a little bit of debt, you know. Don't go out and buy the Yetis. Don't go out and buy all this crazy ass equipment. Like I said, I'm using the Zoom H4n Pro. I'm using Audio Technica. That works perfectly fucking fine. The reason why I got the Audio Technica other one, it was like $78, is because it can actually hook up to your laptop through a USB cable, so you can actually use it as a microphone and hook it up to your Zoom, so you can get your audio and podcasting done for your video and stuff like that. The MacBook Pro I ended up getting for about $360. It's a 2011 MacBook Pro. Works great. Popped off the RAM, put in 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is his max, stuck in a 512 SSD. You know, it's using High Sierra, runs perfectly fine, runs great. Shockingly, do use the GoPro Hero 4. We've got 2 other sessions, probably gonna come. Hopefully, I win those things. My budget's around $130 for those, so let's see. So far, the phone hasn't gone off, so I'm pretty sure I'm winning one of them, hopefully. Cross our fingers, because I really would like to use it for time-lapsing for you guys. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much. I'm going to fucking blabbing on and on and on and on about random shit and just telling you to be true to yourselves, guys, man. Because, but yeah, start your channels, do your things. And always be true to yourself, because that's the thing I kind of forgot this week. Was like, oh my god, I wanted to see if I can ask for this. I didn't get bitter with all the no's because I knew I was going to get a lot. Like I said, I have an email file that some of these emails have went into rejection letters, just rejection. No, sorry, we don't help you. Still looking into Snapmaker too. I've been in talks with them, and they were actually willing during my birthday when I needed a new printer to give us a bit of a discount. It was still about a $700 price tag for that all-in-one. I'm still looking into that printer and engraver and stuff like that. The problem with that printer is it's not built for what we need, and I was very upfront with that. I was like, it's not. I asked John, I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, it's not big enough for what we need. And I'm like, yeah, it's not. So, in the long run. Probably gonna look into a laser cutter. Probably gonna look into a few other tools down the road. But right now, we need to focus on our 3D printing stuff and then looking on that, because that's where my thought is. You know, making some products that people can easily download and have them at will. That's our goal. You know, that's my goal. You know, to be able to have a thing that you can just go and print and then have it anywhere in the world and say, bada bing, bada boom. You know, I got it. I'm also working with a group from France that does disability products for free for nonprofits. So that, I've been seeing a lot of cool stuff with that. I've been hitting up a lot of, talking with them. Most people speak French, but it translates. So I'm able to write in English and then it translates over to so I try to be proper in my English so it translates properly so they can understand it. But we're making a lot of cool things for like toothbrushes and just a whole bunch of mixed products. Right now, somebody came up with an umbrella. They want to make an umbrella holder for their wheelchair, and I'm already working on the umbrella holder for myself. Which I mentioned to him. I was like, yeah, I'm working on something. It's been very, very difficult. Here's what I've learned. Right now, my goals on the crutch and a few other things, the crutch carrier, simple things that we can make profit off of and pay our bills off with, because that would be nice to not be in debt, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope this podcast was too fucking boring and, just me blabbing my brains out. Tomorrow, I'm going to be sitting down with a buddy of mine, Dakota Bulls. You're going to see Venom, and we're going to go talk about some Nickelodeon, some voiceover work that he's really into. A lot of voice actors. Rob Paulson, who is the voice of Yakko from Animaniacs and stuff like that. He's actually got me in touch with Paul. Paul actually found me on Facebook, which is shocking. I was like, Rob Paulson's on Facebook and he's talking to me? Shit, that's crazy. Pretty cool dude. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Animaniacs. When I was a kid. I'm gonna be talking with Dakota, about Nickelodeon and just fun, nerdy stuff. So we're gonna dig deep, probably into the movie for a little bit, and then talk about Nickelodeon and what it was to go to Nickelodeon Studios myself and seeing it for the last time before it closed down in 2000. I miss that era like nobody's business. I mean, I walk behind the sound stages every day at my day job. It's like, oh my god, they used to shoot this here at Nickelodeon. But then when I got to talk with people that worked at Nickelodeon, the stories that I know now, I'm just like, wow, I didn't know it was that bad. It looked good all on camera, like I said, but behind the scenes, it was a fucking mess. And everybody was like, I even talked to some technicians that worked on it, on one of my favorite shows, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and they're like, bro, if you knew the All That show where they shot it, it's like, wow. They're like, bro, if you knew the shit that we knew, man. Like, a lot of them were like, it was like college. A lot of them said. Some of them said it was like a creative orgy. I was like, whoa, because a lot of these people still work for the company and they're open about it. They speak about it openly. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff like that. None of it will ever make the light of day, and I won't talk about any of that. But yeah, I won't go into their detailed stories. But man, I was like, I love Nickelodeon. And then we went up there to see Blue Man one day, and we're like, oh, they still have some Nickelodeon stuff inside the building, and we climbed the stairs to see if it's still there. My girlfriend actually went inside the building to see if a lot of it was painted over, and a lot of it's now gone. None of the residents of Nickelodeon will ever be there. I mean, the time capsule was moved, a lot of shit was moved, and just knowing that Slime Time Live was shot there and did a live show and stuff like that, pretty awesome. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I thank you guys so much for putting our analytics up and then just being a part of our journey. And yeah, we'll see where she goes. I'll try not to go down that rabbit hole of like, this guy's got it, why can't I get it? And I need to stop asking companies for help. I won't stop asking that, because if I stop asking, they won't help me. I need to get our numbers up though. So if you guys could do us a favor though, check out our pages and stuff like that. Give us a like, subscribe. You already know what we're doing. You already know our goals. I'll follow you back. You follow me back. I don't do that like, click, subscribe shit, because you guys already know what to do. If you like what we do, you like who we are, give us a like, share. If you got some pretty cool ideas, options for the podcast, or if you want to just be on the podcast, if you're a maker, designer, builder, podcaster yourself, and you just want to talk about some cool ghost stories or fun stuff or engineering shit that you've been down, hit me up at openmindindustries@gmail.com. I would love to talk with you, and we'll hop on the Skype or fucking FaceTime, whatever you may have. I still got to get some of the podcasts set up for my buddies who want to be on it. I'm trying to get Ben on it, but we're trying to get our schedules in sync to talk about his TED Talk and how he does managing, company management and stuff like that, because I really want to talk about his app and what it was like to be on a TED Talk. Like holy shit, you have 15 minutes to talk about blah, and then, really speed it up and go bleh, It's going to be really cool to talk with them. Reese, we still got to do our Terminator 2 Part 2 thing. But anyway, thanks, guys. I thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for fucking clicking on the description, likes, stuff like that. Like, click, subscribe. You all fucking know what to do. I love you all, you bastards. Thanks for keeping an open mind. Thanks for keeping me open-minded. And always, guys, keep an open mind. Have a great